Hey guys, welcome back to Trek on the Tube, and welcome back to a Star Trek Races. We haven't done one of these in a while. Before we jump in though, just to keep you all in the loop, I'm using my phone for video like I was doing, like I've been doing for a long time, and I'm now using my new mic for audio. That's what I did in my last video. I got no negative comments. I got no one saying that the video quality was crap, so I'm thinking that is the best of both worlds, and considering you guys are my guinea pigs, I'm gonna carry on with that. Did you get the reference?
I'm pretty sure they got the reference.
You think they got the reference?
I'm quite sure they got the reference.
Because I said
they
best
got the reference.
Okay, okay, goddamn, chill out. You're worse than Bob. That, by the way, is Mira, Trek on the Tube. He just popped out of nowhere the other day. It was pretty insane. I'm pretty happy about it. I have a clone. Let me just show you. Wait a minute.
Hi. I don't like it here.
Okay. He's more fun than he lets on, I promise. Why don't you come say hi? Why don't you come and say hi in a more official capacity?
Oh my god, are you serious?
Come on, I'll give you some space.
I gotta bring my own chair, because you're not equipped, right? You don't have your own chair.
Hi. This is me, Mirror Trek on the Tube, saying hello in a more official capacity. Yeah. Come on. I don't like it here. I don't. So if someone has a multi-dimensional interphasic flux capacitor, leave a comment. Let's get in touch. Tell me. I want to get out of this place. Truly. Yeah, that's gonna happen. I'm sorry, but I do. I'm sorry.
Alright,
okay.
you gotta leave.
Okay, I'm off.
I think
I'm
you
taking my
gotta
chair.
leave.
I'm taking my chair.
Okay.
See you. Bye. Anyway, today we are talking Star Trek races. The El-Aurians. The who? You might say the what? The Whoopi Goldberg. That's right. Guinan. For context, Whoopi Goldberg portrayed a character on The Next Generation called Guinan, and since she is most likely bringing her character back for the second season of Picard, I thought maybe talking a bit about her race would be a good idea. As usual, try to keep in mind that these videos were originally made for people that don't know too much about Star Trek, for people that are learning about the franchise, so I might miss or skip some details. That's done on purpose. I'm trying to keep things simple. Alright, let's go. Star Trek races, the El-Aurians. First introduced in The Next Generation with Whoopi Goldberg's character Guinan, the El-Aurians have forever remained one of the more obscure Star Trek races, only appearing in Deep Space Nine outside of The Next Generation and its movies. The mainstream audience probably doesn't know they exist, and even Trekkies, we don't know much about them. Mainly because the franchise itself has never really taken the time to expand on them, but also because El-Aurians are self-proclaimed listeners. That's what they do best. They listen. So much so that they end up not talking very much. And when the few members of their race we've ever seen on screen do end up talking, what they can say can be quite enigmatic. But for starters, let's talk about how they look physically. Well, they basically look like us. Us as in humans, of course.
You mean Terrans?
No, I mean humans.
Okay, well that makes no sense.
Okay, anyway, at face value...
No sense.
At face value, they look like us. No pronounced ears, no eyebrows or foreheads that make other races in Star Trek so easily recognizable. And it would seem that they're not especially stronger than us either. We've seen one of them fight a couple of Starfleet officers on screen, and it wasn't as if he was overpowering them. Everyone involved got in a few hits. Not only that, but The Next Generation has shown us Guinan suffering a little more than humans from common physical conditions such as thirst, which could mean their physical endurance or resistance isn't quite as good as most other races we know. But here's where things get interesting. As fragile as they may seem, El-Aurians can live for centuries and barely even age. Guinan, for example, visited Earth in the 19th century, but then looked exactly the same when she came aboard the Enterprise D in the 24th century. And you know what? Guinan's father was already 200 years old back when she visited Earth, and during the Next Generation's run, he's said to be in perfect health, which means Guinan's father is a healthy 700-year-old man. Now keep in mind this isn't necessarily first-hand information, it's all extrapolation from what little we've learnt over the years. But what we can say for sure, however, is that although we don't know the name of their specific homeworld, the El-Aurians saw their entire system invaded and destroyed by the Borg in the late 23rd century. Millions were killed, many others were assimilated, very few survived, and those that did found themselves scattered across the galaxy looking for new homes. Some of which were welcomed into the Federation. On a personal note, I actually quite enjoy this sad story. I mean, it does make a lot of sense that not every race we meet in Star Trek would still have their homeworld. Terrible things are bound to happen now and then in the vastness of space. Anyway, circling back to what we said earlier, El-Aurians are very good listeners. So much so it's even been theorized that they could be somewhat empathic. That doesn't mean every El-Aurian used their listening skills for good, mind you. Guinan, aboard the Enterprise, often had advice for troubled souls, yes, but this one guy that arrived on Deep Space Nine ended up just scamming everyone. Some people are assholes. He's not worse than Soren, though. The main villain from Generations, oh yeah, he's an El-Aurian, and he's worse than an asshole. He was on the same refugee ship as Guinan, with around 400 others of their kind. Now, the final things worth mentioning do get a little strange, a little weird, a little abstract. Firstly, when Guinan is faced with a member of a very powerful, almost godlike race, she automatically assumes some kind of defensive position, as if she were ready to use a special power or ability. On screen, we've never seen El-Aurians do any kind of powerful thing, but one can't help but wonder if they could actually do something pretty impressive. Secondly, El-Aurians seem to somehow be able to notice changes in the space-time continuum. At one point in the Next Generation, a temporal anomaly changes the course of history and subsequently makes a different timeline become the dominant one. The only person that notices this change is Guinan, the El-Aurian on the ship. She has these vague memories of how things were before. It's almost as if El-Aurians have a hyper-awareness when it comes to timelines, realities, universes, however you want to put it. I told you it was abstract, but it's pretty cool. Alright, that's it. You now know everything there is to know about the El-Aurians. Granted, there's not a lot, but you know everything that Trekkies know. So, yeah. Thank you so much for being in this video. Mirror Trek on the Tube.
Everything is so bright here, it hurts my eyes.
Yeah, okay. I should have thought of that. We'll get you some sunglasses or something for next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and you can support this channel on Patreon, like all of these fantastic Patreon supporters. That's about it. Live long and prosper.